What's up, guys? Marlon back at it again here with another edition of the show. Sorry for the late start. Definitely had some things to do, so you guys know how it gets down, but I do still try to keep that daily thing going for you guys when it comes to the show. So if you are part of the late night crew, here we are. All right, and so we're still gonna rock out with our 2-hour-ish time frame so we can get the news out, as well as taking some questions and so on and so forth. All right, so hopefully everyone is doing okay. Make sure you guys have washed your hands, keep your distance. You guys are doing your thing. That's beautiful. All right, so off the rip, we definitely have some things that we have to talk about here when it comes to the PlayStation 5 that I think a lot of people are going to be literally upset, but it's okay. It's entirely okay. Once we dig into it today, I think a lot of people will have a little bit much more understanding. But when you are looking down the barrel of next generation, right, and game prices are actually going to be going up, and the hype regarding these next gen consoles, you're holding a certain standard, and you're expecting frame rate resolution wise that these new hardware, especially when you hear that the new next gen hardware is more powerful than any PC out right now, you're like, okay, well, yeah, we got to be able to do the standard, right? And right now for everyone, the standard is 4K 60. And yeah, a lot of people are not going to be 100% happy. I promise. A lot of people are going to be mad, but hey, it's okay. So we're going to talk about that for the PlayStation 5. We're also going to be talking about PS5 backwards compatibility, right? So PS1 to PS4, hey, straight from the VA, hitting us upside the dome piece.
I can't believe this. Oh,
let's go,
God,
bro. With the 20. Let's go, man. My man with the big $20 super chat here. That makes you the top stream donator. Let's get it popping. Let's go. Let's get my boy straight from the VA a tactical nuke incoming. Gang in here. Let's go, man. Let's go. My man just had to do it. He just had to do it. All right, man. Thank you so much. That helps shave down our initial goal here that we do have. So that knocks our goal down to 260. So appreciate that. Thanks to you guys. You guys have been telling me to push up the goal and everything like that. So yep, there we go. Thank you so much, straight from the VA. I really do appreciate that. Let's go. Let's go, champs. We out here. So yes, we're going to be talking about the whole PS5 4K 60 situation. Okay. We're also going to be talking about, like I said before, PS5 backwards compatibility, PS1 to PS4. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the Xbox Series X game upgrades. And if you're brand new to late night streams, Jeff Grubb is going to be for Sunday. Don't worry, I'll get out the nation news in a little bit. Don't worry, we'll talk about that. So don't worry, we'll get into nation news. But yeah, if you're brand new to late nights, things get a little bit wild. Sometimes it gets a little crazy with donations. Sometimes it gets a little bit crazy with the conversations. So if you're brand new to late night editions of the show, which rarely do happen, I'm just saying, welcome aboard. You might want to strap up, grab you a beer, grab you some drinks, because we're about to dig in. All right, so the whole Jeff Grubb thing, because I know a lot of people are asking about Jeff Grubb. Oh god, it's about to get wild. It's about to get wild. G2G built. Let's get it. My man just activated Goku. Let's get it on. That gives you a tactical nuke experience. Thank you so much for activating Goku. You know what time it is. You know how we get down. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So let's get you up on the board here, sir. That knocks down our goal to 255. Appreciate you, the first one to activate Goku, man, in the description. Thank you so much for waking up, Goku. I told you guys, late night streams are insane. Okay, we do things a little bit wilder here. No script, nothing. We just go wild. We just go wild. So if you see a crazy donation, if you see people talking and saying certain things, you just know it's the wild time. It's the wild life. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's just how it is. You just got to bring out your inner S. Akuma 2000 with the $5 says, I saw another YouTube video that Microsoft won't have all their games ready to show on the 23rd and looking to move everything to August. That's not good. Thank you so much for that $5. That is not good, because it's been what, 6 months, bro? You had 6 months. Toilet flush. That can't be real. That cannot be real, bruh. You had 6 months to be prepared, and you let a company that literally didn't show us anything regarding the PS5 but a logo and showed 20 plus games. Are you insane? Bruh, come on, man. Toilet flush that. Flush. Are you insane? I told y'all, late night streams are a little wild, okay? So you want to make sure that you are actually ready here, because we do things a little bit different than usual, all right? So you had 6 months to prepare, and now you're telling us that you might not have all your ducks in a row? How much more time do you need? But don't worry, we're going to dig in with conversations today. We're going to dig in with conversations tonight. I told you guys that the night streams are wild. Even further beyond. Oh God, here we go. My heart can't take it. Thank you so much, Steven. Thank you for activating Goku, sir. Hitting us upside the head with the $1. Appreciate that. Now, that gets you up on the board here. But yeah, you had 6 months to prepare, dude. There's no excuse. There is no freaking excuse. You had 6 months. And you're telling me that you don't have everything ready? If that's true, bro, not good. Literally not good. Okay? So yeah, we're going to talk about the Xbox Series X game upgrades. We're also going to be talking about there might not be a PS5 Pro or a Xbox Series X Pro or whatever else it's going to be called. Yeah, that might bust a little bit of bubble here for a lot of people, because, you know, they're used to that waste of money mid-gen refresh. Because let's be honest here, a lot of these systems are already made already. These companies plan ahead, right? So a PS5 Pro or whatever you want to call it is already in motion. Like, it's already there. All they're doing is just holding back for 3 years so they don't piss consumers off. But we have somebody here with the knowledge on a PS5 Pro and a Xbox Series X Pro version. We're also going to be talking about the PS5 4K UHD, because you just want to see those beautiful 4D photorealistic skin textures. Nah, don't listen to me. Don't. Not with the 4D scans on no 4K UHD. We're going to be talking about that as well. Hopefully you guys are interested in that. We're also going to be talking about a PS5 and Series X. I'm telling you right now, listen to me. Listen. Hold up, bro. If you're not a part of the next gen race, then this is not the show for you. If you are prepared for next generation, then this is the show for you. This edition of the show is straight next generation titles and straight next generation systems. So if you're not on that bandwagon, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? You might have to throw a couple of bucks and try to get upgraded. Razor face. Let's go, man. Let's go. Razor face with the $5. I told you guys, man. things get a buck wild up in here. Things get a little wild. You know what I'm saying? Things get a little wild up in here during the night times. And I told you guys, you're gonna hear Goku's voice. You're gonna hear a lot of things overnight. That's just the nature of the beast. Now, oh, thank you, wifey. So the ESA reminds us that E3 will return. Oh, nice. Thank you, wife. See, that's one of the beauty of having a wifey that is a gamer. Thank you so much for that info. Wow. I knew it was gonna come back. I knew it was gonna come back some type of way. I knew it was gonna come back. I knew it. So we're gonna talk about the PS5 and Series X poll. We're also gonna be talking about something that's a bit much more deeper here that I think a lot of people would want to pay attention to. And it's the fact that I think a lot of people are missing the whole idea behind these two next generation systems that I feel like they have these high expectations, right? One is saying 12 T-flop, the other one is saying 10 point something T-flop. It doesn't freaking matter. Listen to me right now. And that's why I've been telling everybody, lower your expectations, okay? Now, so are you guys ready? Make sure, hey, let's break 100 likes, man. Let's break 100 likes. If you're brand new to the late night show, welcome aboard. Things get a little bit wild, okay? Like I said, crazy donations. We talk off the cuff, no script. It's on. Welcome to the party. Make sure you strap up. All right. Are you guys ready? Prepare your stomachs, prepare your heart, because what I'm about to say, according to this article, might make some people mad. So make sure you're strapping up. Make sure you're holding yourself down for this one, okay? And then I'm gonna give my initial thoughts on this one. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Sir, ma'am, please hit that share button. Hope it ain't past your bedtime because we about to get wild. All right, I already got something to drink in my cup. All right. All right, here we go. PS5 likely won't deliver on players' 60 FPS fantasies. As we already know, as we already seen, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, 4K 30. Do I need to keep going? There's a lot of games that we're finding out about now that is going to be 4K 30. And a lot of, I told y'all, prepare yourselves. A lot of people are not going to be happy with hearing this. And, you know, that's why one of the things I try to lower my expectations a lot, because a lot of people are expecting, based on the specs and everything, 4K 60 on everything, which technically speaking, yes, we should have high expectations. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Because these systems are more than capable of giving us 4K 60 natively with no issues. But you might be asking yourself, well, why is that? Well, it comes down to the developer and what they're able to give us. And we're expecting options here. Okay, if the game is not native 4K 60, then we would like to have the option for 4K 60. Okay, or some sort of performance differences here. Like, okay, if we can't do 4K 60, then okay, why? People are gonna be like, why? Why am I buying this new box and I can't do 4K 60? Okay, why is it? Is it because of the limitations of you guys? Because there's no limit to what can be done on PS5. Because everybody else is saying that PS5 can do 4K 60, no problem. But you guys, this particular developer is saying, no, that's not the case. You can't get 4K 60. We can't do 4K 60. And you guys are going to have to deal with that, or just don't buy our freaking game. A lot of people are not going to be impressed by that. They're going to be upset. And you know what? They're well within their right, because the marketing on the product information for the PlayStation 5 says 4K 60, 4K 120, 8K. So automatically people are expecting that. So it's either you got lazy developers that don't really want to utilize the power of the system. And here's the thing. Here, make no mistake on this one. Here is the thing. Me personally, I would rather have 4K 30 and stable frame rate versus 4K 60 and it's gonna drop. Now, here's this. A new report details why the PlayStation 5 won't have 60 FPS all the time. What the heck? What you mean not all the time? That means it's going to drop. And that's why I say I would like to have 4K 30. Okay, you got me. It won't be stable 4K 60. It's gonna drop. Well, give me 4K 30 and I'll be happy with that. Right? So I can still play the game and enjoy it. But 4K 60 makes a big difference. That extra 30 FPS makes a big difference when it comes to gaming. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, come on now. What the heck is going on? Why am I feeling like I'm being bottlenecked right now? Why is there a bottleneck? That doesn't make any sense, right? So at the end of the day, why is it that we're investing into this 4K 60 idea, but at the same time we are being bottlenecked by the developer? That doesn't make any sense. But hold your horses, hold your questions. This is okay. The PS5 will still deliver some impressive visuals. Visuals, but not frame rate. Yeah, I told you guys. People are not going to be happy. I know PlayStation fans. I'm a PlayStation fan myself. And you hear and read crap like this, you're gonna be like, what the heck? You're gonna want to pull every straw in the hair out of your head. Come on, man. Seriously. But it's okay. It's not okay. That is not okay. Listen to me. You're spending $70. That's going to be the new standard moving forward. So people are going to be in the mindset of, okay, I'm spending 10 or 15 or $20 more than we did before. So you owe it to people for them to have a better experience. People want better experiences. If you're going to charge more for something, then you better make sure that you add in value to it. If there's no value, then what's the freaking point? There's no freaking point. Like I said, lower your expectations. Now, here's a lot of people saying fake because they don't want to believe it. They really don't want to believe it. So I'm going to go ahead and break this down. I told you about PlayStation fans. They don't want to hear this. They're going to automatically rule it out as fake. Now, here's the thing. A report on the PlayStation 5 60 FPS dream would see consumers constantly gaming at a high resolution indicates that expecting that across the board isn't realistic. They're saying that 60 FPS on PlayStation 5 isn't realistic. What? What do you mean not realistic? That's what people that are not developers or people that don't understand what's going on behind the scenes, they're gonna be like, what? Not realistic? Isn't realistic? What do you mean not realistic? The system is more than capable of doing 4K 60. What are you talking about? Well, it isn't realistic. But there's no reason for fans to be upset at this. Oh, okay, so you're gonna throw that in there and say, oh, there's no reason for you to get upset. Let me tell you something about people in general. It's just like buying a computer and on the box it says you can edit 4K 60, right? And then when you get the machine and then you start editing 4K 60 on there, there's a freaking bottleneck. Wait a minute. Whoops, I'm sorry. You can only do 4K 30 or you can only do 1440p. People are going to be upset. They're going to be like, okay, I just wasted my money. This is false advertisement. I'm going to return this. I'm a huge fan of this particular company or this particular product. I'm going to return this because I can't do 4K 60. I cannot edit 4K. I'm just using an example. I cannot edit 4K 60 on this machine. So I'm going to bring it back and get my money back, even though it says on the box that I can do 4K 60. So it's like, as the creator, as the developer, it's up to you guys to deliver that value. And wait until you hear, I told you guys it's going to be a wild ride, so buckle up. Wait until you hear what Microsoft is doing, which is a good thing. It's a good thing because, you know, developers are going to get greedy with this huge price hike. Okay. And wait until y'all hear. It's going to be a ride. It's definitely going to be a ride. Now, here's the thing that I think a lot of people needs to understand. Now, here's the thing. Fans don't need to be upset about this. It's actually beneficial to developers to have more options. Duh, we're expecting to have options here. If you're not going to give us what's advertised to us, which is 4K 60, and you want us to pay $70 for a game, are you insane? Are you insane? You want us to spend $70 and we can't get higher quality? Come on, man. We can't get better visuals and higher frame rate? Then what's the point in charging us more freaking money unless you're going to add more content to the game? Unless DLC that you would normally charge for is now free. So if you're not giving us better visuals and better frame rate, then what the heck is we're going to be paying extra for? That means you're going to be wasting your money. Trash. Now, here's the thing. The PS5 made waves when its tech specs were revealed early this year, pulling back the curtain on a machine that seemed closer to a gaming PC than current generation consoles. Now, here's this. This is crazy. Now, while in the interim, it's become clear that the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, which is similar in power or similarly powerful, because the Series X is a slight little bit more powerful than the PS5, which we already know about that, but it won't be able to eclipse high-end PC gaming rigs after all. So a lot of people has been saying, oh yeah, the PS5 and the Series X is gonna edge out PC. No, it can't. It can't edge out PC because PC is constantly upgrading, right? New graphics card, new memory, new processor. So there's no way for a console to, maybe at the time when it comes out and everything as far as graphics card and processor, yeah, until they update the graphics card and update the processor. There's no real way that a console is going to edge out PC. It's not gonna happen. Now, for people who actually believe that, they're insane. They're literally insane. Now, here's the thing. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. So for people who are saying that this whole thing is fake, according to a report from Digital Foundry, Richard Ledbetter via Eurogamer, PS5 60 FPS expectations for console power might be a little too high right now. Like I tell people, lower your expectations, because within maybe the first year or maybe within the first 6 months or so, yeah, you're not gonna see those beautiful 4K 60 FPS on certain titles. Now, from what we're hearing now, it seems like majority of the titles are going to be 4K 30 with the option for 60 FPS, which a lot of people are not proud of, but hey, at least you have an option, right? Why can't it be natively? You see what I'm saying? If you're promoting this and you're saying this, then people are expecting a native experience. You're advertising, you're promoting 4K 60. Now it's up to the developer to match that. It's not Sony's problem. Sony already made the machine more than capable of doing 4K 60 and 4K 120. So I don't want people to sit here and blame Microsoft and blame Sony for the machine and say that the machine is weak. It's the developer, man. It's the developers. Now, here's the thing. Digital Foundry upscaled Spider-Man to 60 FPS to show off the game and how it would look. So here's the thing. They did Spider-Man at 60 FPS, and let me tell you something, that game looked amazing. Just add in 30 more FPS and I'm telling you, it looks, wow. Big difference, 4K 6, big difference. Okay, now here's the thing. Apparently this representation with the 60 FPS, right, is supposed to take advantage of PS5 capabilities. Now, while it's gorgeous, it also shows off the draw distance becomes truly impressive, showing that could be possible for games on PlayStation 5. Now, here's the thing. More than that, however, Ledbetter stated in the report that the decision from Sony not to institute a console-wide 60 FPS mandate was one that would ultimately benefit consumers. What's playing? It is Zion. It's called Zion. All right. So yeah. So this is what I'm saying. Like it's crazy. Okay, because it's like, okay, on one hand, you're advertising 4K 60, you're advertising 4K 120 and 8K resolution, and then now you're saying that as a whole, Sony not to institute a console wide 60 FPS mandate was one that would ultimately benefit consumers. Now, listen to this. The fact is that the PS5 CPU simply means that if developers want to aim for 60 FPS, they are likely to be able to achieve that. This is what I'm saying. What's up, Daryl? This is what I am saying. The machine can do it. So where is the bottleneck coming from? Where is the bottleneck coming from? Well, the bottleneck is coming from the developer. That's where the freaking bottleneck is coming from. You heard me read it right here. The PS5 CPU simply means that if developers want to aim for 60 FPS, they are likely able to achieve it. But realistically, it's not always possible for developers to deliver all of the features they want while also aiming for 4K 60. Now, here's the thing. You got ray tracing. You got all these particle and wind effects and lighting and all of this shading and this and that. Yeah, all of that bugs down on the hardware. when it comes to the graphics card, when it comes to the CPU, and when it comes to the SSD. That's why on PC, right, you got to turn off some things. So in other words, they can't just give you a full entire package with ray tracing and all these lighting effects and shadow and particle effects and all of this type of stuff and still be able to give you 4K 60. So something has to be pulled back here, right? Whether it's the ray tracing, or they can find a way to do fake ray tracing, which we have seen with a lot of the PS5 games. Apparently, a lot of that stuff wasn't really real ray tracing, right? So those type of games are more than likely to do 4K 60 because it's not really a lot of stuff really going on, at least from the developer standpoint, right? So they don't want to fully utilize 60. They'll give you 4K 30 and still be able to give you ray tracing and particle effects and all of that, but not 4K 60 because it's too demanding. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a bottleneck, which, yeah, certain games are gonna run at 4K 120, right? Because they can achieve that realistically with what they're trying to do. Whereas a large open world type of experience, and you got all this stuff going on and particle effects and ray tracing, and you got all of this stuff. Yeah. 4K 60, no. Just like, okay, for instance, Grand Theft Auto 6, right? Yeah. Do you realistically think that that game is going to be 4K 60 out the gate? Or 4K 120 frames? Probably not. It's probably going to be 4K 30. Right? With options, right? Performance options. Do you want better visuals? Do you want better frame rate? And if you go with better frame rate, it's going to lower the resolution a bit, right? In order to achieve that balance, that perfect balance. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but this is what this is saying. Now, here's the thing. So they're saying that they're not going to always aim for 60 FPS. That's just not realistic, right? Now, listen to this. It's not always possible for developers to deliver all of the features they want while also aiming for 4K 60 or 60 FPS. To that end, it makes sense to lower expectations a little and keep console gaming standard at 30 FPS, with 60 being more of a frequent bonus. Let me tell you right now, if you are going to charge $70, if you're going to charge $70 and you're telling me that developers moving over to next generation is going to only give us 4K 30 with the option for 60 being a more frequent bonus, you're going to piss a lot of people off. So basically what Digital Foundry is saying, people, is that lower your expectations for 4K 60 because 4K 30 is going to be the standard. People are going to be pissed. You're upcharging us $10 more. And we just read this article on GameSpot that's saying that $70 is going to be that new price. A lot of people is saying, oh my God, I can't afford that. It's already bad enough why a lot of people could not afford $60 games. That's why they had to do Redbox or Game Pass, you know what I'm saying, or PlayStation Plus to kind of get a free game here and there. But now you're telling people to lower their expectations when it comes to PlayStation 5 because 60 FPS is going to be a bonus and 4K 30 is going to be the standard. Wow. No, not with price of video games going up. No, there's no way. Considering that this generation, we've been getting what? Checkerboard. Basically checkerboard 4K. Except for the 1X, right? The One X native 4K system, right? But we've been getting unstable frame rate for the most part, right? And then we had options to kind of go in and mess with a couple of things. Or you want performance, or you want better visuals, but this is insane. So you want people to say 4K 30 is going to be the standard with 60 FPS being a bonus. Nah, man, that's not people, bruh. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. And this is not good. You're going to piss people off. Now, here's the other thing. Here's the other kicker. Given how impressive Sony's demonstration of game titles for PS5 was, it's not as though no 60 FPS gameplay is a deal breaker. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you insane? So this guy is saying, given how impressive Sony's demonstration of game titles for PS5 was, it's not as though no 60 FPS gameplay is a deal breaker. Let me see in the chat right now if 4K 60 for you is a deal breaker. Me personally, I don't even really care at this point, because this is the way the industry is going, but I have to speak up about it. I'd rather take 4K 30 and have a smooth experience than have 4K 60 and frames is dropping and we having issues. But let me ask you guys this. A $70 experience, right, for next generation. Don't you having your expectations at 4K 60? Let me see if that's a deal breaker for you guys. Because me personally, if you're charging a much more premium price, then people are going to expect 4K 60. Because that's supposed to be the staple for next gen. Now we're hearing it's going to be 4K 30. It's not going to be a deal breaker for me. I can live with it. But for some people that are investing in these big time 4K TVs and they thinking, oh man, yeah, 4K 60, 4K 60. A lot of people is going to be upset because they're thinking to themselves, man, look, 4K 60 or nothing. And some of y'all saying nah, some of y'all saying yes, some of y'all saying y'all don't care. Me personally, I don't give a doggone. But for some people, it's gonna be a deal breaker. Okay? Now, here's the thing. While the hype for the PS5 may have gotten a little overblown, whoa, now they're saying that the hype for the PS5, basically saying the hype for PS5 is a bit too much. Like basically saying people are overhyping the PS5 because it only can do 4K 30, right? The system is capable of 4K 60, but it's going to be a bonus for developers to add that in there. I'm telling you, a lot of people gonna be pissed. 4K 30, what? What? It's either 4K 60 or nothing. And then you're charging $10 more? No. So, man, this is crazy, man. This is freaking crazy right now. So all it means is that PS5 60 FPS fantasies will need to be adjusted somewhat while fans focus on what's important, gameplay. And honestly, for me personally, gameplay is king. Before resolution, before frame rate. Gameplay, story, replay value, sound, all of that, right, means more to me than 4K 60. Because you can have a game running at 4K 60 and the gameplay is trash. You don't want to pay $70 for a game that's garbage. The gameplay is trash, but it looks visually impressive. And then the story is garbage. The gameplay is trash. No. So, like I said, gameplay is king for me. That's why I said I don't really care. As long as I'm getting some sort of value out of it and I have the option, I have the luxury. But some people out the gate, they want what they want. People want 4K 60. Some people like, 4K 60, bro. You stupid? 4K 60. or else I ain't buying that game. I'm spending $70. People want every nickel and dime to count, people, when it comes to these next generation systems. It's either you like it or you freaking don't. So this is what it really boils down to. So yes, while there's a lot of hype around the PS5, it's okay. 4K 30, I'm happy with that. As long as the gameplay is superb and it's king and it's smooth and we don't have any issues. But for the elites of elites, when it comes to resolution, when it comes to frame rate, a lot of people want 4K 60. So I'm gonna let that resonate with you guys. I know a lot of you guys are not happy with hearing that, but yeah, just lower your expectations a bit until we start seeing those games that are going to give us that actual smooth frame rate here. And if you guys really want to see, let me show you guys. Don't worry, East KY, I'll show you that in a second, sir. Now, here is Spider-Man. Spider-Man is running at 60 FPS. Look how smooth that is. Like, look, just look at that. See, this is why a lot of people cannot find a way to have that resonate in their head. Like, why not 4K 60? Look at that, 60 FPS. So freaking smooth. It's like you're playing a whole different game, right? A whole different. This is Digital Foundry. People saying, oh, fake news, fake news. They were able to achieve 60 FPS, and look how the game looks. Look at the lighting. Look, I mean, just look at everything. But people are spending $70 for next generation, and so they're expecting a certain standard. You might have to wait 2 or 3 more years to really start seeing developers get used to these hardware to the point where they can actually crank out what you're expecting, right? When it comes to that. So this is coming from Digital Foundry. This is not coming from some little fly-by-night person. But hey, it's either you accept it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, some people are going to be upset. So we'll see what happens on that front. Now, we're going to move on here to the next topic at hand. And I think, honestly, I think a lot of people should have something to add to this. I think we all can add to this. And so, the Xbox Series X game upgrades cannot be sold as DLC. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Because here's the thing. You have a lot of greedy developers, Activision, EA, that will charge you for upgrades, for next generation upgrades. No, thank you, Microsoft. No, it's already bad enough that you're charging me $70. And then you're gonna charge me for paid DLC? No. Next generation upgrades needs to be free, because a lot of developers would try to put a spin on it and say, oh, we're gonna charge you for this. If you want to play Spider-Man on PS5, I'm just using an example here. If you want to play Spider-Man on PS5 with PS5 visuals, you're gonna have to pay $20. You know what I'm saying? No. Good job, Microsoft. Like I said, I give Microsoft credit where credit's due. You see what I'm saying? I give Microsoft credit where credit's due. It's just you got to give credit where credit's due. And it's like, bruh, it's just, this is just crazy, man. Now, here's the thing. Xbox Series X next-gen upgrades cannot be sold as paid DLC, according to a new report. So Video Game Chronicles reported that Microsoft is telling developers that next gen upgrades cannot be sold as DLC. Regardless of the participation in the smart delivery program, this doesn't mean, however, that all next-gen upgrades will be free, as publishers can choose to charge for physical game upgrades or cross-gen bundles like 2K is doing with NBA 2K21. Microsoft's goal is to offer publishers different options for how to sell their cross-gen games. That is bull. That's bull. Okay, let me ask you guys, before I say it's bull, let me ask you guys this right now. Are you guys comfortable with paying for a next-gen upgrade? You might as well just buy the freaking game. Why buy the PS4 version if you're gonna have to pay again to get the next-gen version? Why not buy the next-gen version of the game from the ground up? What sense does that make? That doesn't make any sense. So are you guys gonna be okay with publishers charging you guys for cross-gen games extra? Oh, if you want the Series X version, well, you're gonna have to pay $30 more. People, this is why we gotta speak up. This is why we gotta use our platforms. I'm using my platform. I'm speaking up. Heck no. Are you insane? No. No. There's no way I'm gonna sit here, oh, like what 2K is doing. Okay, so because 2K, and here's the thing I don't like with this monopoly industry. It only takes one developer and one person to start something, and then here comes the ducks. Here comes the ducklings following suit. So because 2K started something with this whole next-gen upgrade crap, everybody all of a sudden, oh yeah, we're gonna charge $10 extra. Now it's a standard thing now. It only takes one person to start something, start doing something, and then everybody else is gonna follow them. Stop being a sheep all your life. Try to be a wolf. Try to stand out from the rest, bruh. Like, why is it that? Why? No, this is not fair. And look, I literally applaud Microsoft for standing up and saying, look, free upgrades for next gen should not be charged. It should be free. It should not be treated as paid DLC. Are you insane? And you're gonna charge us $70? If $70 is gonna be the standard for games moving forward, then we shouldn't be paying out of pocket for actually, DLC should be free, because you just upcharge us. And if you want to be realistic, you're talking about 4K 30 is supposed to be the standard. And this, it's not even just Digital Foundry. We have heard this from other developers that people need to lower their expectations when it comes to next generation, because 4K 60, it's going to be on certain titles. And now we're hearing this whole situation. And I applaud Microsoft with the smart delivery. I think next generation upgrades should be free. You already bought the game. There's no reason for me to sit here and buy the same doggone game twice. You literally gonna charge me again to play the next gen version of the game? Because why? Because 2K found a way to sit here and rob people? Don't get me started with 2K and their microtransactions. They just like EA. They just like Activision. They need to be put in a barrel and roll down the hill. They all in that same boat, man. I hate microtransactions. I can't stand microtransactions. That stuff ruined game experiences. So I stand with Microsoft on this. Like I said, when Microsoft, or anybody, Sony, I'm gonna call them out. If you're doing something wrong, that's nonsense, bruh. I'm gonna call you out. If you're doing something right, I'm gonna praise you, bruh. This is facts, man. People need to start using their platform. Look, I'm blessed to have the viewers that I have. I'm not gonna lie to you guys and fabricate you guys' mindset into thinking that it's okay not to get what you're paying for, not to get what you were told. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were told that you're gonna get free next generation upgrades on Series X games, and that's what it needs to be. There's no reason for developers to charge for next gen upgrades and treat it as paid DLC. Thank you so much, D2G Bill says, preach it, brother. Facts. There's no reason for that. Are you insane? No. And honestly, look, let me keep it real with y'all. If you want to be technical, I think 2K21 for next gen should be $60. I'm gonna keep it funky with y'all. It should be $60. Why am I sitting here paying $70? So technically 2K is charging you $10 more for a next gen upgrade. Don't you see the bad practice? People need to wake up. People need to see through the BS. I've been doing this way too long. They can't fool me. They are charging you $10 extra for the next generation. This is what Microsoft is against. They're charging you $10 for the next gen version of 2K21, which a lot of people gonna buy because they want Kobe Bryant on the cover of the game, so they gonna freaking buy. Don't you see the gimmick? Don't you see the gimmicky trickery? They trying to get you to pay $10 for paid DLC. In this instant, it's the next generation upgrade. Bruh, I'm telling you, this is a bad practice to start off next generation. There's no way I'm gonna sit here and pay for something that should be free. Look, bruh, if I buy NBA 2K21 for PS4, I should get a free patch for PS5 and Series X. Come on, people, use your brains. Don't let these companies fool you. You know I'm gonna speak the truth from my heart. I've been doing this way too long. Why is it that $70 should be the standard for next gen? No, it should be $60. It should be a free patch. Don't you get it? It's corporate greed. They sitting out here trying to rip people off. 2K is charging you $10 extra for something that's free. Microsoft just said it right here. Come on, bruh. 2K is anti-consumer. Because Microsoft is like, look, developers should not charge for next gen upgrades, but yet still 2K is doing it and they're getting away with it. And people already out here pre-ordering the mess. That's insane. Stop promoting bullcrap. Stop promoting problems that is going to lead over into bigger problems. Just like with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, people saw the trailer for Assassin's Creed Valhalla and automatically they pre-ordered the game. How you gonna pre-order a game based off of a trailer? Unless you already know what you're getting yourself, especially Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft. Come on now. And then when the gameplay got leaked out and people actually saw the gameplay and realized that it actually looks exactly like Odyssey and Witcher 3 and the gameplay looked mediocre, people start canceling their pre-orders. Come on, man. How long can you be doing this for you to understand? Stop letting these companies walk over y'all. Don't you see? And there's going to be more companies that's going to sit here and rob us. They're going to rob us of our hard-earned money. They're going to charge us for something that needs to be free. They're charging us $10 extra for NBA 2K21. That should not be the case. Are you insane? That should not be the case. I see right through the BS, bruh. Don't sit here and tell me, oh, well, yeah, it's the next gen what is that? Okay, what am I getting extra? Go look it up for yourselves. What is it that you're getting extra? Oh, I'm waiting. Oh, you just ran out of time. Let me tell you, nothing. You just paying for the pretty visual. You're paying for a patch. NBA 2K21 is a patch. The next gen version is a patch. It's the same base game. The same base game. But you're paying $10 for smart delivery when it should be free. You're paying for that extra sweat, that extra skin texture. You're paying for that extra spline hair. You're paying $10 more for that when it should be free. So that's BS. Games should not be $70 unless there is value. Some type of extra content. Not just visual upgrades. That should be free. Sony and Microsoft is already promoting the fact that this is supposed to be the thing. Come on now. Use your heads. Talking about $70 for a game and you're not getting anything else extra. Where's the extra content? Hello? I'm waiting. Where is the extra content? When it should be free, when the visual upgrades should be free. Because Microsoft incorporated this whole smart delivery thing once again. Smart delivery is nothing new. It's been going on for a very long time. People need to open up their eyes and realize what's going on here. Stop having this wool all over your eyes. Stop paying more when you should be paying less. There's no way. NBA 2K21 on PS4, you should be able to pop it into your PS5. You already paid $60 for this game. You should be able to play it on your PS5 or on your Series X for the same price. There's no way I'm gonna sit here and pay more just for something that should be free. And here's the kicker, and here's the reality of this nightmare. Now that 2K put out that statement saying that they're gonna charge $70 for next-gen games, every other publisher is going to start charging. With that idea in mind, that is wrong. That is wrong. That's stupid. That's not what you're supposed to do, man. You don't treat people that type of way. You don't treat gamers that type of way. And these big time corporations, this is what pisses me off. Cyberpunk 2077, prime example. Free upgrade for PS5 and Series X. There's no reason for me to buy Cyberpunk 2077 for PS4 or Xbox One, and then I gotta go on the Microsoft store and spend $10 or $20 to play it on Series X. What's the freaking point? It should be free. What's the point? It's not a whole new game experience. It's the same game with updated visuals. So why am I paying for upgraded visuals when that was already developed from day one and just stripped down to run on the PlayStation 4 version? So why is it that I'm paying for something that's supposed to be for free? So now 2K started this whole mess. Now Activision gonna do it. Rockstar is gonna do it. EA gonna do it. A lot of other people are going to start doing it. And that's where you draw the line and say enough is enough. Like I tell people, you need to start speaking up. Use your platform. This has been going on since 360, PS3. The developers trying to win. Come on, man. Come on. Trying to win. Stop trying to win. Sad, bro. This is sad, bro. Sad. Now, for a lot of people who don't know what I'm talking about, Microsoft's Smart Delivery Program aims to make the jump into Series X generation as painless as possible by offering free, F-R-E-E, free next-gen upgrades for select titles. Xbox first-party titles releasing in the near future, as well as other major titles, CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk 2077, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, will be able to play it on the Series X at no additional cost. So why is it that I'm sitting here paying additional for 2K? Why is it that I gotta pay for 2K? Man, y'all better speak up and use y'all platform. Y'all better open up your eyes. I don't want to hear nothing. Oh, it's because of the pandemic. I ain't trying to hear that. Because people need value. There's no reason for me to sit here and pay for something my hard-earned cash for something that should be free. You got to be insane in your brain. You got to be insane. I'm telling y'all, y'all need to wake up and stop supporting foolishness. Because some of y'all will sit there and buy the same game twice when it should be free. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. I'm telling you that right now. And this is a bad way to start off next gen with 2K. 2K, I stopped playing 2K since, what was it, like 2K10 with Kobe on the cover? Rip Kobe with Kobe on the cover. I think that was my last 2K. 2K10. That was 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Because every single year, it's the same crap. Why is it that Kobe Bryant can't lay up the ball and make the shot? Why is it that a player that's at 80 something on stats, 80 overall or 90 over, why he can't make a layup? With nobody in front of him, the ball reams the freak out. Come on, bruh. 2K of all people is gonna sit here and charge $10 more? But a character or a basketball player that's 80, 70, 90, even 60 overall can't make a layup? Are you kidding me? And you're gonna charge me $10 more for something that should be free? Y'all need to stop. Stop. Seriously, wake up, smell like coffee. It's brewing. It's hot and ready to go. Need y'all to wake up. Garbage. Same thing with Madden. You see that rigmarole with Madden, what they're doing? The same thing. If you don't buy the PS4 or Xbox One version at a certain time, then you can't get the upgrade. Same thing. Y'all need to wake up. Madden, say EA, the same pack of garbage, just like 2K. Same thing they doing. You got to realize what these corporations is doing. They charging us more for next gen when we shouldn't be charged for. It should be a seamless transition like we were told, unless we're lied to. Stop letting these people lie to y'all, man. It's all about the Benjamins for them. And we're just getting mediocre, like incremental experiences. If you ever look at a sports game, right? You look at all the freaking Maddens. I used to be a huge Madden player, so ain't nobody can tell me otherwise. I played Madden on PC. I played Madden on consoles. I played Madden on my phone. Every last Madden over, I stopped playing Madden too. I gave up on it. I used to spend $60 on Madden. Waste of money. Literal waste of money. Because all they do is update the roster. Okay, for instance, NBA 2K10 was exactly the same way as NBA 2K11. Same thing. Same freaking game. They just change up the my store. Man, look. Y'all need to wake up. Wake up. Same thing they do with majority of these sports games. They can update. They can give you the roster update for free. But you know you got to pay a whole $60. A whole $60 just for updated roster and little bit of bump of graphics, right? And freaking Kobe Bryant still can't lay up the ball. You running down the freaking court full speed, ready to you got the burst. Now you about to lay up. Ball reams out. The other team comes down, grab the ball, goes down and score. Now you're down by 2 points because of some gameplay mechanic flaw. But you're charging us $10 more for the next gen version. Nah, man. No. I'm going to bed. I want to react. Okay. No, that shouldn't be the case. Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about that. It's in the title. I'm gonna talk about that. But you guys know what I'm saying. You guys know I'm telling the truth. And that's why some of y'all are laughing. Some of y'all are laughing because y'all know I'm telling the truth. You got to stand for something. The uniforms, everything is the same game you keep playing over and over again with minor bumps, minor graphical bumps, minor offensive bump, minor defensive bump. Come on, man. You got freaking Shaq in the paint, and then you got freaking Steph Curry come up, lay up the freaking ball. What? Shaq, you're supposed to block that. Oh, I'm sorry. The AI is freaking dumb. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a mechanical failure going on in Shaq's brain in the freaking game that he don't know how to put up his hand and block that shot. Freaking, you gonna let Steph Curry lay up on you? You 7 foot something? But you want to charge me $70 though. And y'all need to wake up, man. Y'all, if y'all want to spend $70 on 2K21, be my guest. For a mediocre experience, be my guest. And this is what they're going to continue to do, because nobody's going to speak up. Nobody's going to say nothing. They're going to keep supporting it. So guess what? They're going to, oh, well, you're going to make these corporations and these big time suit and tie boys a lot of money. And they don't give a damn. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. They don't. They care about your money, but they want to give you not even just minor bumps every freaking year. Minor bumps. I stop with sports games, man. Waste of money, waste of time, and then the value drops tremendously. After what? Maybe a month and a half, maybe 2 months, it drops. Trade-in value. Thank you for calling GameStop. This is Calvin speaking. How can I help you? Yes, sir. I just bought 2K21 for the PS5. I was trying to see how much store credit I could get. All right, sir. Just a second. All right, sir. It seems as though you're going to be getting $25 in trade-in credit for that. Are you kidding me? I just bought this game. Well, sir, I'm sorry. That's just how it works. Y'all need to wake up and smell like coffee before it's too late. Wake up. Stop sleeping. Wake up. Hopefully you guys are having a blast. This is what I do, man. I was born to do this. Now, next topic, next item on the list here. And I think a lot of people will definitely appreciate this value here. And this is why moving over into next gen. What's up, Terry? This is why moving over into next generation is easy for a lot of people. Okay. And so IGN did a poll between the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. And the results, Microsoft may need to be worried. Once again, I'll show you guys the poll here. And this is something that I try to tell people that, you know, it's just 54% of people on this particular poll said that given what you know, which next-gen console are you spending your money on this year? PS5. 54.1% said PS5. Holy mother of God. Whoa, wait, we're not done yet. You know how many people? This is IGN. They have there's millions of people on IGN. So this is more realistic than ever. Here's the thing. Xbox Series X, 21.6% of people said that they're going to spend their money on the Xbox Series X. Why is that, Marlon? Well, I'll tell you why. Because Matt Booty and Phil Spencer is telling you that you need to wait at least 2 years, maximum 2 years, before you can actually see games that are developed for that particular hardware. You got to wait 2 years. Whereas Sony is saying, hey, look, anything that's developed for PlayStation 5 will be exclusive to PlayStation 5, giving the consumer a reason to upgrade, a reason to buy a PlayStation 5. This comes as no surprise. So Matt Booty, being head of game studios, needs to do a whole 180, because now you're pissed people off. Now you're telling me that I can play Halo Infinite on my 1S. Now you're telling me I can play Halo Infinite on my PC. Now you're telling me that I can play Halo Infinite on any other device as long as it's in that Xbox window. You honestly believe that people are not going to say PlayStation 5? Matt Booty needs to reevaluate some things here. Otherwise, you see what's going to happen with sales. People are already saying, oh, Marlon, oh, the Series X is going to outsell the PS5. On what part of the year? On what part of time? On what part of the world you live on? Where do you think that's going to happen? What reason is Microsoft giving me, now that we just learned that 4K 30 is going to be the norm or the standard for next gen games? So what are you going to give me? You're going to sell me 12 T-flops? What are you going to sell me? Because anything that is built for Series X is going to be on everything else. So I can play it on anything else I want. There's no reason. So that 21.6% of people that's saying that, come on, man. That's the reason why. Both 11.1%. Neither 13.1%. So 54.1% of people saying PS5. Wow. Wow. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. So regardless of 4K, this whole 4K 30, this is too early to tell. This is coming from Digital Foundry, and they're saying that 4K 30 is going to be the standard. And we heard it from developers here and there. We need to see the games, play it for ourselves, and then we can make the final judge of it. But at the same time, 54.1% of people is saying PS5. Something is wrong over there, Microsoft. Something is wrong. And you guys need to do something, considering what we've been hearing now, saying that, well, a lot of the games that we're planning on showing at this Xbox Series X event is not going to be there. It's not ready. Are you kidding me? What you mean it's not ready? When you got these Xbox-centric channels hyping up their fan base behind Power with no games to show after 6 months? That's a disgrace. That is tough love. And I am telling you, if Microsoft drops the soap come July 23rd, I'm packing my suitcase and I am done. I am literally done with Microsoft. I am trying to give Microsoft the benefit of the doubt here. Come on, man. The fact that you're saying, the fact that rumors are coming out saying that a lot of the stuff that is supposed to be shown at this event is not going to be there. So what are you going to be showing? Super's Lucky's Tale 2? Ain't nobody trying to see all that. What are you going to be showing? People are looking for Microsoft to give us hardcore experiences. We need to see games that are taking it, at least not taking advantage because it's kind of too early, but games that can show us what the Series X can do. We don't need to see no freaking Super Lucky's Tale and no freaking Sea of Thieves. We need to see games built from the ground up for Series X. We need to see some AAA games. Those are AA games. which Matt Booty already said that we're going to be getting a lot of AA experiences, people. We're going to be getting a lot of AA game. No. Let me ask you guys this. For all these fanboys out here that is sitting here, oh, my system is 12.2 T-flop. Hey, your system is just 10.2 T-flops. Childish. Everybody wants to point a finger at their favorite pieces of plastic. But where is the true value here? Where is the true value?
Even further beyond!
There is no true value. No true value. Thank you so much, Darklink, for the 370. Oh, with the 2 says, I'm kind of late. What did I miss? You missed out on a lot. What is the true value here? What are you giving me that's actually different, that's gonna be mind-blowing? 54.1% of people is saying PlayStation 5. Wow, Microsoft. But some of your games are missing. Some of your games are missing. I hope that rumor ain't true, because you can't afford that. All these Xbox-centric fanboys with these channels are dependent on you. They're dependent on you. I'm dependent on you. A lot of all of these people in here that want to give Microsoft a little bit of ray of hope wants to depend on them. But we've seen how Microsoft had failed us over the years, over and over and over and over again. It's the same tune. But some of your games are going to be missing. When you went up on stage and you didn't show us anything but a in-game trailer, in-game engine trailer, inside Xbox trailer, a little bit of gameplay, trailer. So what are you going to do come July 23rd when 21.6% of people are saying they're going to buy your Series X? Man, look, this is a tall order. Wait till July, right? Wait till July. The numbers speak for themselves. The last time I recall, 54 is higher than 21. This is sad, considering how terrible the Xbox One did. This is pretty sad and pathetic. 21% of people saying they're gonna buy the Series X. You need to, man, why is that, Marlon? Why is that? Because Microsoft has not shown us anything at all. Oh, people want to be smart and ask for the link. Here's the link. And oh, by the way, medium for the Series X, 4K 30. Are you guys happy? 21%. Are you guys happy about that? A Xbox Series X exclusive game. All that power talk, but that game is going to be running at 4K 30. I'm just saying. There's a lot of stuff on PS5 that's going to be 4K 30, but ain't the Series X supposed to be more powerful? Then why are we not seeing the advantages here? People need to stop with the BS, bruh. Wake up and smell the coffee before it's too late. Ain't we supposed to see the advantages between the two consoles? If the PS5 is weaker than the Series X, then that simply means we should see an advantage when it comes to Xbox Series X exclusive. Come on, man. Why did y'all buy the One X? Because of the power difference, because of the T-flop, because it was better power-wise than the what? The PS4 Pro. And then at the end of the life cycle, we'll realize that, man, that power talk don't even mean nothing, because Last of Us 2 looks better than anything that was released in a 7-year span on the Xbox One. So what does that tell you? What are you trying to say, Marlon? I'm trying to say that that power nonsense means nothing. It means nothing. Because the medium is running at 4K 30. Don't tell me nothing about no doggone developer. I ain't trying to hear that hogwash nonsense. Yes, it comes down to the developer, but you are working with more powerful hardware. Yes, I do know that it's going to take developers more time to work out the kinks, but come on. Seriously? Seriously, 4K 30 on an Xbox Series X exclusive game. I wonder how Halo Infinite is going to run. I wonder that. Because you know what would be funny? Is if Spider-Man 2 ends up being 4K 60, or any other PlayStation 5 exclusive game winds up being 4K 60, and then Series X 4K 30. Wow. That would be a huge laugh. What's so funny? Man, you didn't hear? You didn't hear that the almighty Xbox Series X Halo Infinite, the granddaddy of all games, is 4K 30. What? What are you talking about? Bruh, 4K 30. But Spider-Man 2 on PS5, the weaker hardware, is 4K 60. Dang, man, I knew I shouldn't have bought a Series X. Y'all need to wake up, man. Y'all need to stop. Stop with this power thing and this T-flop thing. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys, y'all, first of all, y'all putting so much pressure on Halo Infinite as it is. So much pressure on that game. You got people saying that Halo Infinite is gonna outsell PS5. Well, how in the name of Jesus is gonna do that when 21.6% of people is saying they're gonna buy Series X? What's so funny, Marlon? 21.6% versus 54%, and these boys out here talking about power? If you ask me, bruh, they're insane. Yeah, I know. Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. Y'all see the wishy-washy stuff that we're dealing with right now. They asked Phil Spencer, what are you going to do different with next generation? Thank you so much, KBG, for that $5. Says Minecraft better look like GTA with all that power talk. Xbox hold this L. Now, off the rip, let's be real. Let's be real. How is it that Halo Infinite is going to outsell PlayStation 5 when the PlayStation brand alone is bigger than the Xbox brand? This is not a fanboy thing. This is a factual thing. Look at the sales numbers. Microsoft stopped reporting on sales. There is one particular month, I will never forget it for the rest of my gaming life. One particular month, Nintendo Switch, 14,000 units in 1 week. PS4, 10,000 units 1 week. Mind you, the PS4 is already on its end, at the end of its life cycle now, right? And it's still putting up numbers. Xbox, 89 units. Why is that? Bad practices. Not understand. There's a disconnection between the gamer and expectations, because people are expecting a certain type of game from Microsoft and they're not doing it. There's a disconnection there. Why is it that 89 units compared to 10 and 14,000 units sold? Why is that? Because there's no games. There's no compelling games that's going to be winning people over and getting people excited. It's not being a fanboy, it's the facts. Go look it up. 89 units for yourself. That's a disgrace. And then now you're hearing 21.6%. Man, y'all need to wake up, man. This is not good. This is not good. We even had a poll. This was like 3 months ago, before we seen what the PS5 looked like. Just off of the name alone, 43% said that they will buy the PlayStation 5. This is IGN. This was 3 months ago. 3 months ago. If that's not brand recognition, I don't know what is. So you got to be really crazy in the brain cells. You got to have crack rocks for brain cells to think.
To think further beyond.
Come on, man. Come on, somebody. You got to be insane. You literally got to be insane. Thank you so much, Jackie, hitting us upside the dome piece with that $50 donation. God bless. Really do appreciate the love and the support. We're out here. We're fighting. We're spreading that truth, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. I really do. Thank you so much for that one. God bless you, Jackie. God bless your family. Thank you so much for supporting the show and everything. Let's give you a tactical nuke real quickly here, because we really do appreciate the love that you guys have been giving the show and everything. But we're gonna get back into the groove of things, man. We just got to show respect for that 50. We ain't done yet. Homage to Jackie for the big 50. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Try to make this as entertaining as possible, as thorough as possible. I'm one of the realest to ever do this. After me, there will be no more. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. Here is the thing. This was 3 months ago. 3 months ago. 43.3% of people said they're gonna buy the PlayStation 5. This is from IGN. This was before we saw anything about PS5. And we know so much about Series X. But why is people not hyped to buy Series X? Well, let's dig down into the problem. No exclusive for Series X for 2 years. Not enough games shown. What, Gears 5 and Minecraft? And then 25.7% of people said they're gonna buy the Series X. That was 3 months ago. Now, that percentage has gone down on the Xbox Series X. Now that we know about PS5, and we still don't really know much about Series X when it comes to the games, at least on the first party side of things, it went down to 21% from that 25% 3 months ago. But these Xbox guys are promoting power, stressing power, talking about 4K 60, brainwashing people. Oh, this is the most powerful box in the world, but you don't see them talking about games. You don't really see them talking about games. It's about the games. Gameplay, game is king over everything else. You can have all the graphical horsepower you want, but if you don't have good quality games that is going to showcase you what that power can do, then none of that means anything. And you're gonna see at launch, when it comes to pre-orders, you're gonna see if Microsoft don't shape up before it's too late this month, in another 2 weeks, I don't know what to tell y'all. I really don't. Now, we're gonna move on to the next topic at hand here, and this is where it gets a little bit much more interesting for those people. And let me say this right now. I'm not a fan of refresh. I'm not a fan of it. I think it's complete BS that companies can come out with one particular model, and then 2 years later or 3 years later, here comes the mid-gen refresh. No, bruh. No. If I buy a console, it should be able to last for the duration of the generation of the console. Not a fan of mid-gen refresh. And because people keep buying all these mid-gen refresh over the years, they're gonna keep doing it. Look at the 360. This has been going on since what, PS1. They've been having different models of systems. NES, different models of the NES. Come on, bruh. PS5 has better games, controller, audio, and speed. Thank you so much, Naz. Bruh, come on, man. It's a part of the business. Why don't you give us the option at launch? Now, there's nothing wrong with a much more powerful system. Don't get it twisted on what I'm saying. Yes, I love to have a much more powerful option, but study has shown us that when you give somebody a system in the middle of the generation, it pisses them off. Because here's the thing, you got some people that buys the console at launch. They spend $500, $600, $700, $800 with accessories and games and all of that. They make that investment. That's a lot of money. That's like you buying a computer today and then 2 years later, you know what I'm saying, that's that same particular computer, they just give you a better graphics card and another CPU clock speed, you know what I'm saying, another core or something like that. You're gonna be pissed off. You're gonna be like, damn, I just bought this thing 2 years ago. Now I gotta shell out another $600-700. Give the consumer that option, just like what they're doing now. They're giving you a special edition. I'm not special edition, a digital edition, and they're giving you the disc-based one. There should be another option for the Pro version as well at launch, out the gate, so that eliminates mid-gen refreshes. Because here's the thing, you buy the console at launch, then you got some people that middle way through the generation, they're gonna say, well, I'm ready to buy the PS5. Okay, well, that's gonna benefit the person who don't own a PS5, right? Because now you are getting the best version of the PS5 and you don't already own one. Whereas the person who actually bought it at launch, now they got to prepare themselves to Now they got to prepare themselves. Now they got to prepare themselves to spend a lot of money. Offer 3 options. Come on now. It's chess, not checkers. Offer options at launch. You're giving us a digital edition. You're giving us the middle one, which is the one with the drive in there. Give us a pro version. Give the consumer options. Why is it that we got to wait 3 years down the line for the more powerful one? We got to spend more money. So now we got a bunch of consoles piling up in our freaking house, taking up space. Oh, I don't want to play that old PS4 no more. I don't want to, that same thing y'all gonna do. I don't want to play my old PS5 no more. It's all about that Pro. When you could have bought that at launch instead of having all these, unless you're a collector. Why the heck is it that you buying all these freaking PS5s? Are you Walmart? Are you Best Buy? You trying to keep inventory? If you're not collecting, then why in the name of Jesus you buying all these consoles? That's what I'm saying, that people, same thing with the 2K situation. Charging us $10 extra for something that should be free. Wake up, people. Why is it that we paying for a mid-gen refresh? People need to stop supporting these mid-gen refresh. Stand up, speak up, and say, hey, look, we need that pro version. We need that mid-gen refresh at launch. Come on, man. Stupid. Now, look at this. A lot of people is not going to be happy about this situation. I'm telling you, I come with bad news majority of this show, and I hope that a lot of you guys are going to understand this part, because this is coming from somebody at Xbox. Now, listen to this. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, mid-gen refreshes are unlikely. Who would have guessed? A lot of people are already saying, oh, Marlon, well, guess what? Oh, what? Ain't gonna be no PS5 Pro. Dang, man. I'm so used to that. You know why? You know why you're so used to it? Because you're crazy in your brains to sit there and support it. Just like 2K gonna be dropping them $70 2K 21 game, everybody gonna be purchasing it. Because, oh, it's next gen version. They're gonna buy into it, and then that's gonna be the new standard. You know what's gonna happen? When you get garbage quality, when you get garbage content, and it's not matching up a $70 value, people are gonna start complaining. Why am I not surprised that we might not get a PS5 and a Series X mid-gen refresh? I saw this coming. I saw this coming. All them fake rumors and lies. I saw this coming. Prepare yourself. Because you know how Microsoft and Sony does it. Nintendo too. Almost every company, they do it. They do it to make more freaking money. Now, here's the thing. So PS5 and Xbox Series X mid-gen refreshes are unlikely, former Xbox executive says. Now, the current console generation was marked by the release of mid-gen consoles that offered 4K support and increased power over the base models. This is unlikely to happen for PS5 and Xbox Series X. So here's the thing. What are you talking about, Marlon? Well, let me make it make sense for you guys. Listen to this. For the people who is already saying, oh, I want a PS5 Pro with 13.3 T-flops or 15.5 T-flops. Bring that noise down. Bring the decibels down. Bring it down. Bring it down. Because that might not happen. Now, here's the thing. According to a former Xbox exec, Albert Pinello, speaking on recent era forums, Pinello explained why mid-gen PS5 and Xbox Series refreshes are unlikely to happen. Now, here's the thing. The PS4 and the Xbox One X were more of a necessity due to 4K displays. So I get why this whole thing is happening right now, where there was a reason for them to give us PS4 Pro and Xbox One X because of 4K displays. Because around the time when PS4 and Xbox One was coming out in 2013, 4K wasn't the norm. So close to the end of the life cycle, we got the PS4 Pro and then we got the Xbox One X, right? Like 2 years ago. 2 years ago. So it's like, okay, that makes sense. Now I can already see where this is going. Now that we got 4K being almost the standard now, almost everybody, I'm not going to say almost everybody. Some people still don't have 4K displays, but 4K is starting to be the standard now, at least into the gaming industry. And Sony and Microsoft is expecting a lot of people to already have 4K displays, right? And 8K displays. So why is it that you're going to make a PS5 Pro? I mean, what is the benefit of getting a PS5 Pro? Now, ask yourselves that, because I don't even have to read this. I already know. I'm smart enough to know there's no point in having a PS5 Pro when the PS5 itself is capable of 4K resolution and 8K resolution, whether it's going to be upscale, not whether, it's going to be upscale 8K. So what's the point in doing a PS5 Pro? What, more RAM? What, a little bit much more graphics fidelity? Come on, man. Come on. Faster processor? Larger SSD? Come on, man. Besides those things, what's the point? Right? What's the point? Now, here's the thing. So let me read that again in context. Speaking on recent era forums, Pinello explained why mid-gen PS5 and Xbox Series refreshes are unlikely to happen. Now, the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X were more necessary due to 4K displays becoming rapidly more mainstream as the base model were designed driving 1080p output. Like I told you guys, in 2013, 1080p was king. 1080p 60 was king. 7 years later, 4K is king. 8K is king. So I agree. What's the point? Unless you're going to sell us on this kind of whole gimmicky trickery thing, right? Where if you buy a PS5 Pro, then it's going to give you higher than 4K 20 or higher than 4K 60. Then people might buy into that. But other than that, I mean, what else? And more RAM, more storage, what else? Now, here's the thing. as 8K displays are unlikely to become more mainstream in 3 or so years. So here's the thing. Like I was thinking for the PS5 Pro, it's going to be native 8K. Might as well say that for PS6. The next 10 years down the line, or 7, 8 years down the line. Might as well save that for the next PlayStation. Oh, look, guys, native 8K, the 8K 60, right? That makes sense because the next 7 to 10 years, these systems are built to last for at least 10 years, right? That makes sense. Over time, 8K TVs are going to drop in price, and then by the time it's going to be a norm thing. It makes sense. At the next PlayStation, what they call PS6, or the next Xbox, if they do decide to get back in the console thing, that makes sense because 8K TVs are going to be a normal thing then. Now, not so much, unless you got paper, unless you Bill Gates and you got paper in the bank to sit there and shell out $10, $15, $20,000 on a freaking 8K TV. I'm just saying. Now, it says, as 8K displays are unlikely to become more mainstream in 3 or so years, there may simply be no need for a mid-gen refresh this time around. And here is why. It may simply be less necessary as well. 4K was becoming a mainstream resolution for PC and TVs. And the base consoles were designed around driving 1080p or less. Now, here's the thing. I've never seen inconsistent resolutions a day in my life when it comes to a generation. And I say the worst was this generation because the Xbox One, that thing was so freaking weak. That VCR box, that piece of cinder block that can catch up somebody's door was so freaking weak to the point where it was doing all type of resolutions that I've never heard of. 900p, 675p, 825p. I'm like, what in the world? Are you kidding me? 450p. What? That's not even 720p. Is that even a resolution? That's why they had to come out with another variation of it. And then they come out with another one and then another one. That's how they get you. That freaking door stopper, that big cinder block of a system, as big as that thing is, it should have been pushing 720p and 1080p, no problems. It was dropping below that. That's why they had to come out with the 1S. Come on, man. Y'all need to wake up. Wake up and realize what the heck is going on. Stop freaking sleeping. Wake up. Coffee is brewing. You smell it? I smell it. Now, here's the thing. So he's saying that back then, those consoles were supposed to be driving 1080p or less output. When you have a set that requires 4K X the performance, so 4 times the performance, right? Just to drive 4 times the pixel, then you eat up all the performance just driving resolution. I think it's unlikely we'll see 8K TVs go mainstream in the same way we saw 4K go. I do agree. I do agree. Because a lot of people still don't have 4K TVs. What are these systems? You know how many times I get emails and messages, oh, Marlon, appreciate the job that you do on the PlayStation and the Xbox and the Nintendo stuff, but bro, especially PlayStation, if I buy a 1080p TV, would I be okay? Yes. You'll be okay. Yes, you'll be okay. But what's the point in you buying a PS5? You're bottlenecking yourself with a 1080p TV. Yes, it's gonna look decent, but not phenomenal, not awesome, not mind-blowing, not jaw-dropping So you're bottlenecking yourself. And truth be told, a lot of people right now can't afford a 4K TV. A lot of people still got 1080p TVs, even though these next gen consoles are coming out. So they're really not going to see the true quality and power of the next generation. So it's almost as if like you're wasting your money, because these systems are designed to take advantage of 4K TVs and potential 8K, but we're not even there yet with 8K. Even though it says 8K, it's upscale 8K. 4K-ish, checkerboard 8K, not native 8K. So I don't want people to sit here and thinking that they're gonna buy a 1080p TV and they're gonna get this miraculous performance. That's just not how it works. You got to upgrade to the next level, which is 4K, in order to see what the PS5 and the Series X have to offer. I get that so much times. People ask me that so many times. Bro, can I buy a 1080p TV and still be okay? Yes, you'll be okay. That's all you're gonna ever be, is okay with a 1080p TV until you upgrade to a 4K display. Yes, sir. And even if you can't afford the 4K 120 hertz, right, you'll still be okay with 4K 60 hertz, because as we know, as we've been hearing, that 4K 30 is supposed to be the standard, with 4K 60 being a bonus. So even if you buy a TV, right, that does not have HDMI 2.1, you'll still be okay. You're gonna be just okay. Okay. That's all you're gonna be. Okay. With a 1080p display. You're bottlenecking yourself. Now, and this is why I say it don't make sense for them to come out with a PS5 Pro and a Series X. But who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? Who knows? Now, here's the thing. So he said, we'll see 8K TVs go mainstream. He says, okay, let me go back. I think it's unlikely that we'll see 8K TVs go mainstream in the same way we saw 4K go mainstream. We are more likely to see improvements in the NITS to drive better HDR or better frame rates to support greater than 60 FPS on TVs. CPU and GPU in the next gen should easily support higher frame rates and wider colors. Huh? That's not the case, Mr. Pellinello. That's not the case. Because apparently, you hear what he just said? And then we got Digital Foundry, we got other developers saying that we need to lower expectations. You hear what this man just said? I told you that the systems are more than capable of doing 4K 60. It's the developers that are choking the freaking systems. Kev, the gamer, thank you so much for subscribing. Turn on that notification bell on all, man. Welcome aboard. This man just said CPUs and GPUs in the next gen should easily support higher frame rates and wider colors. Wow. So it's not the PS5 fault. What's up, Fo? How you doing? 4, how you doing? So we know that the PS5 is capable of doing its job. It's just developers, and he just said it right now. So if the CPU and GPUs in these next gen consoles can easily support higher frame rate and wider colors, then why in the name of Jesus we're getting 4K 30? That doesn't make sense. What's up, Huffman? How you doing? Now, here's the thing. In the following post, Albert Pellinello also highlighted how a 20 to 24 T-flop machine is not going to be affordable in a console form, even in 3 years, making PS5 and Series X mid-gen refresh more unlikely. So once again, like I said, lower your expectations. For some of y'all that's thinking, oh, I'm gonna get a PS5 Pro with 20 freaking T-flops. Calm it down, lower expectations, lower expectations. Thank you so much, Tyler, for subscribing. Welcome aboard. Make sure you turn on that bell on all. Welcome to the family. You see what I just read? People who are sitting here, oh, 20 T-flops, 24 T-flops, 24 T-flops on the Xbox Series X Pro, and 20 T-flops on the PS5. Oh my God, we're gonna see a huge graphical leap. Slow down, cowboy. Slow down. Not gonna happen. Not in a console form factor. Not gonna happen. Do you know how much money you're gonna have to shell out for a 20 to 24 T-flop system? You have to pay out the woo-ha. Look how much it is for what, 12 T-flops? That 2080 Ti? Or was it, I forgot how many T-flops it is. That card is $1,300. How many of you guys right now are willing to spend $1,300 on a graphics card that you probably ain't gonna see all them T-flops? And T-flops is just part of the equation. You're not even gonna use that card to its fullest potential. You're gonna spend $1,300 for a freaking 2080 Ti. Are you going to spend that type of money to just game occasionally at 4K 60? You're not even scratching the surface on that card. $1,300. Do you know what you can buy for $1,300? But here's my point. Thank y'all for saying that. Here, you guys prove my point. So are you guys gonna be willing to spend double that for a PS5 or a Series X at 20 to 24 T-flops? Heck no. Heck no. Some of y'all don't even have 4K TVs. So how are we getting to freaking PS5 Pro and Series X Pro and you don't even have a 4K TV or an 8K TV to utilize the fullest potential, but you're willing to shell out to spend $1,300 on a 2080 Ti, and you're not even going to use that card to its fullest extent? Point proven. Now, here's this. He said, I don't see 20 to 24 T-flop machine being affordable in a console form factor, even in 3 years. Who is going to be able to afford that? Are you guys going to be able to afford a PS5 with 20 to 24 T-flops? No. That's going to cost a lot of money to get that in a small box so you can play. You're going to spend way more than $500 to get a system that's going to be running on that type of top tier level. Not going to happen. Not gonna happen for 24 T-flops. Not gonna happen. Now, he says, I don't see a 20 to 24 T-flop machine being affordable in a console form factor even in 3 years. The node change of the 7 nanometer to 5 nanometer or 3 nanometer is going to be cost prohibitive. And just the mathematical, unless they hit 3 nanometer, you are only going to see a 30% reduction in size. But you are doubling the T-flop, so the chip has to grow. Listen to this. Additionally, you can't really double the GPU without growing CPU and memory, or you can run into other bottlenecks with future add-ons. So yeah, he's right. You can't double up on GPU, and that's like you putting a Lamborghini engine inside of a Ford Focus. What? How you expect? Wait, hold up. How do you expect that Ford Focus to function? First of all, you got to change out the transmission. The transmission is like the second brain of the car. So you got to change out that transmission. So the transmission knows exactly how to keep up with that type of speed. So he's right. There's no way that's going to happen. You can't just drop a Lamborghini engine into a Ford Focus and thinking that it's going to go Lamborghini fast. 0 to 60 in 2.1 seconds. When this car was literally doing 7 seconds, 0 to 60 in 7 seconds. The Ford Focus is slow. But you want Lamborghini speed in a Ford Focus shell, in a Ford Focus body. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Y'all better wake up. So a lot of you guys thinking about PS5 Pro refresh, Xbox Series X refresh, Pro, whatever it's gonna be called. Lower your expectations. You smell that coffee brewing? I smell it. I hope y'all do. I hope y'all smell that coffee brewing. Now, getting on the tail end now of it. PS5 4K UHD Blu-rays. Can PlayStation 5 play them? Now, it says, can the PS5 play? Well, obviously it has a 4K Blu-ray, so yeah, it can play PS5. It can play PS5 games, and it can play PS5 4K movies. That was one of the downsides to the PS4 Pro. And so PS5 4K Blu-rays, can PS5 play them? Yes, the PS5 can play 4K UHD Blu-rays. That means you will be able to watch 4K Ultra HD movies in full 2160p on the console. It's worth mentioning that the PS5 Digital Edition does not include a disc slot, which you already know, and therefore can't play Blu-rays at all. You would need to purchase the standard model in order to enjoy 4K Ultra movies. So there you guys go. I know a lot of people have been asking about that, and it's a shame that they had to write up an article on that. So there you guys go on that one. I think I worked my butt off today. Now, where is this notion of you guys thinking that pre-orders are going to go live tomorrow? Where did you guys get that whole situation from? Where? You tell me where that you saw that lie. You saw that lie. You saw that lie. Where did you saw that lie? What's up, Daniel? What's going on? Where did you saw that lie? Oh, backwards compatibility. Yes. Thank you so much for bringing that up. My bad, y'all. My bad. I totally forgot. Let's talk about backwards compatibility. And yeah. Oh, hold up. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm getting ahead of myself. Now, thank y'all so much for bringing that up to me. Y'all like, wait a minute, Marlon, you ain't finished yet. Boy, you better sit your tall, skinny self down and give us the news that we need. Sorry, my apologies. Sorry. Now, here's the thing. So Sony files a patent, which we've been hearing from Hip Hop Gamer about backwards compatibility and everything. And I think a lot of people really want to know about backwards compatibility besides PS4. Okay? And so Sony files a patent to enable game elimination across PS1, PS2, PS3 titles via streaming. I told you guys that Sony is going to amplify PlayStation Now. PlayStation Now is going to be modified. It ain't going to be the same PlayStation Now. You heard it right here first. It's going to be PlayStation Now. You're going to pay for backwards compatibility. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that because they want to be able to pop a PS3 game, pop a PS2, pop a PS1 game in. It's going to be streaming. I knew it. I freaking knew it. Otherwise, you're going to have to pay a whole lot more money. I told you guys. Now, Hip Hop Gamer said that you'll be able to play PS1, PS2, and PS3 games with the disc. Like, you'll be able to pop the disc in. Sony filed a patent saying that this is going to be via streaming, not hard disk. Hip Hop Gamer said hard disk. You will be able to, you guys saw the streams that I made, and he said that you'll be able to hop in a game, pop in a PS1, PS2, or PS3, because the PS5 already has that mode, that legacy mode, where you'll be able to play those games in. Now, Sony filed a patent for PS1, PS2, PS3 titles via streaming. So yeah, that's PlayStation Now. So they're going to find a way to tack on a price tag on that for you guys and make y'all pay for backwards compatibility. Now, if you guys don't believe this whole thing, this is just like a sort of like, how could I put it? This is not really a true representation of it, but this is sort of like a patent drawing of how they're planning on doing everything. And so, yes, it's going to be via streaming, and it's going to be PlayStation Now. Trust and believe that. PlayStation Now. Now, here's the thing. Let's go a little bit much more in depth on this one. So, found by Renka, scheduled on Twitter, the patent was filed this year and shows what clearly looks like PS1, PS2, PS3 being emulated onto a separate screen via the cloud. So via cloud gaming, which would presumably be PlayStation Now. I've been saying it. I said, watch. I heard this from a source over there overseas that emailed me through my website. And remember, I don't know if you guys remember that I said it on the channel. I said that the company, the research company, told me that Sony is going to amplify their cloud gaming. They worked with Microsoft with the Azure situation. They're going to amplify cloud gaming, and they're going to offer full backwards compatibility via the cloud. I told you guys this. I broke the story, and I told you guys this ahead of time. I said it's not going to be native. I told you guys. Remember, if you listen to the podcast, we only have 6th edition of the podcast. Go over the podcast. I think it's episode 2 of the podcast. And I told you guys that backwards compatibility will not be native on the system, according to this publication overseas. This is a company that analyzes Sony and a lot of other companies. So they have their sources. They know what's going on. They said that it was going to be via cloud. So I already knew right there and then. And even before that, I was saying to myself, I said, yeah, that's going to be unrealistic for it to play 1, 2, and 3 games, right? Because of the license for those older games. And to get that, it's going to be a lot of money. What's up, Bit? It's going to be a lot of money. So I needed people to lower their expectations a bit when it comes to that. And so, yeah, Hip Hop said it was going to play PS1, PS2, and PS3 games, right? Natively. This patent that was filed this year is saying something totally different, and is saying via the cloud gaming, which I told you guys that Sony is going to modify PlayStation Now in a way where they're going to fuse it with PlayStation Plus and kind of sweeten it up and make people signed up for PlayStation Now. Because right now, a lot of people don't like PlayStation Now. They feel like, most of the games I already have already, but they're going to make it worth your while with PS1, PS2, and PS3 games. Now, listen to this. Yeah, I think he's on to something with August, but I don't know. Remember, Hip Hop said that the system was going to be natively being able to play 1, 2, and 3, right? With the disc. Now we're hearing it's going to be via the cloud. Because Hip Hop talked about a legacy mode, like a different mode. You'll be able to play the backwards compatible games, right? Well, nope. According to this patent here, it's saying that the patent was filed this year. Now, let's finish this up. This is via cloud, presumably PlayStation Now. And if we look at the translation of the tweet, the text from the Japanese patent, it reads as follows: a large number of game titles across PS1, PS2, PS3, and various generations of the game consoles can be stored and used via the cloud gaming library. So when you hear cloud gaming, you think PlayStation Now. Now listen to this. These games can be run on a virtual machine, which I already know. It says, I have been saying PS5 backwards compatibility will be emulation. Exactly, Messina as well. Messina has been saying that as well. But Hip Hop said that it was gonna be, you're gonna be able to pop in. What's up, Pedro? You're gonna be able to pop in 1 and 2 and 3 discs via a certain mode. This patent is saying something else. This patent was filed here and it's saying that it's gonna be via cloud gaming by emulation, because if they was gonna make it natively, right, like Hip Hop was saying, then the price for the PS5 will be skyrocketing, right? Because you got to do a lot of stuff to be able to allow 1, 2, and 3 games to be, especially 3 with that cell processor. That cell processor, man, jeez, that's the tough cookie right there. It's not even just 2 and 1. It's that cell processor. That's going to give you the headache if you want to have that native backwards compatibility on the hardware. Yeah, that cell processor is going to be the bottleneck right there. That cell processor going to make you pop sweat. So there you go. Now, listen to this. Here's the breakdown on how this is going to work. So these games can be run on a virtual machine that mimics the operating system associated with each game console. So yeah, obviously that's how it's going to work. Just like with that, y'all remember that 80 gig PS3, right? It did not have native PS2 backwards compatibility. It had emulation backwards compatibility for PS2, and not all the PS2 games were backwards compatible, right? I think it was like 90% or 80% because it was via emulation, and not like the OG 60 gig PS3s that gave you 100% backwards compatibility. That because the PS2 Emotion Engine chip was actually on the PS3 60 gig, hence giving you, it was basically a PS2 inside the PS3, so you were able to play PS2 games all the way across the board with no issues. Versus the emulation PS3, only 90% of the games were actually working. So here it is. This virtual machine is going to mimic the operating system associated with each console. So if you're playing PS3, it's going to mimic the PS5 operating system to associate it with each game console. So there you guys go. That's how it's going to work. This is what this patent is saying. Now, listen to this. You can see the individual patent notes below with the image, but if this turns out to be implemented into PlayStation Now, then it could be a huge boost for the service. I told you guys that, listen to this. This is how it's going to work. Subscription services like Game Pass, PlayStation Now, PlayStation Plus, Xbox Live, all these subscription services will be modified to allow the consumer to see better value into it so they can sign up for it, right? Subscription services are going to be the new cash cow. Look at the PS5 all digital edition. Sony's gonna make a crap ton of money off of you. Yeah, they might sell the system for $399 or or 350 or what have you. It might take a hit on the console, but they're going to make up for it with PlayStation Now. That's how they're going to get you. They're going to get you to sign up for PlayStation Now because you want to play those PS1, PS2, and PS3. You ain't going to get me because I already got my old PS3 and my old PS2 and my old PS1. I can go back. But for people who want that actual luxury, then that's up to you. If you want that luxury to play PS1, PS2, and PS3 games, well, there you go. But if you don't want that, then you have other alternatives, but you're going to pay that premium price. Now, I already know that Sony is going to push this. And if you guys want to see for yourselves, I'll show you guys right now. So as you guys can see right here, they're already showing you everything right here. The cloud, you see? This is everything right here. All of this right here. Look at that. There goes each system right there. PS1, PS2, and PS3. See? 1, 2, and 3. Mimicking, right? The operating system for each console. That's how you're going to get it. Right there. Look, see it? There you go. There go the different games. See? That's how it's going to work. So we will see. We will see. Sony have a lot to explain, and we will see as time progresses. And everything will be linked down in the description down below for you guys to go ahead and check out for yourselves. Man, oh man, this was a banging show, man. I think I went in on this one. And let's do a quick Q&A real quickly here. If you guys have any questions on everything, let's do a quick, like maybe 10 or 15 minute Q&A. I think a lot of you guys might have questions or concerns, and that's why I said don't get too hyped for certain things. I know a lot of people is saying like they're not excited about this, you know what I'm saying? But hey, this is it. Now, hold on to your questions. Hold on real quickly. Hold on. Sony investor presentation points to PS5 streaming focus and possibly streaming new releases. Whoa. Here we go. This is a whole new can of worms. Here we go. We just start talking about cloud gaming. Here we go. A presentation slide from a Sony investor meeting last year appears to show that the PS5 will have a significant streaming focus and that you may even be able to stream new games instead of downloading them. Wow. So if you want to play Spider-Man for the PS5, right? Instead of you downloading the game, you'll be able to stream the game. So you'll be able to go into the PlayStation Store and just stream the game via cloud instead of downloading it. That's a quick process that I think is going to shave off a lot of time. See, this is the thing I love about PS5 and I love about next generation. No loading times, and the fact that you will be able to shave off a lot of time getting right into the experience versus waiting. So I know a lot of people gonna be like, what, streaming the game instead of downloading it, with the option to download it. So you can stream the game right away instead of sitting there for 2 hours. If you got a dial-up internet connection or something like that, you'll just be able to go right through it. Right? Now, listen to this. The Sony presentation goes over a lot of boring stats and corporate talk, but tucked away is the slide you see below, which clearly shows that the PS5 will have three-pronged focus, offering retail games, digital downloads, and streaming games. So there you go. You got three, right? So offering retail games, and this will go along the lines of what we've been hearing when it comes to the PS5, you know, giving you the option when you're trying to purchase a game. You can purchase the game out the door and just be done with it. You'll have your digital downloads for those people who have the digital edition of the PS5, and then you can also stream the games as well. So 3 different prongs right there. This also comes right after Sony claim that they will be strengthening marketing support and the quality of content on PlayStation Now. There we go. Does backwards compatibility sounds more believable now? Listen to that. Listen, they're giving it away. They're literally letting you know right now what they're planning on doing. Listen to this. I'm gonna read it again. Some of y'all hee ha 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 laughing for pea soup in the comments. Listen to this. Pay attention so y'all don't ask me to be a DVR. This only comes right after Sony claim that they will be strengthening marketing support and the quality of content on PlayStation Now. Quality content. That sounds like backwards compatibility and all of this stuff that they're trying to do, which is offering retail games, digital downloads, and streaming of games. They're gonna tie that in with PlayStation Now and make you want to sign up for PlayStation Now. Makes sense? You got backwards compatibility 1, 2, and 3 via cloud, mimicking the operating system, and then they're gonna slap you upside the head with retail games, digital downloads, and streaming games. And they're gonna tie in PlayStation Plus. That's where PlayStation Plus is gonna come in, right? With PlayStation Now, and tie the whole bow with the PlayStation Store. Sounds insane, right? Well, makes sense to me now. Now, here's the thing. We ain't done yet. All of this appears to show a significant push by Sony to make PlayStation Now more ambitious. Like I've been saying, that's what they're going to do. See, PlayStation Now ain't as big as it's going to be on PlayStation 5. Because they're going to throw backwards compatibility. They're going to throw digital games, streaming games, and they're going to show you retail stuff as well. And they're going to tie it in one big package. It makes sense because they're going to be pushing PlayStation Now because they spend all that money on the whole cloud gaming situation, that investment with Microsoft. So it makes perfect sense. Okay. Now it says that they want to be able to get it into more players' hands. They want PlayStation Now to be like a norm, like a medium, right? So you ain't got, I mean, I'm not going to say you don't have any choice, but for what you guys would like, it's going to fall into that criteria. You get what I'm saying? Makes sense. I know a lot of people's like, not for me, not for me. But hold on to your seat. Listen to this. With the PS5 offering 3 different options for playing games. In the slide, retail discs, digital downloads, and streaming. It makes sense. Right? So now you got 3 different ways to play. You got retail discs, you got digital downloads, and you got streaming. It also seems highly likely that Sony will start offering players the opportunity to stream brand new releases to their PS5 instead of waiting for a long digital download. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. I'm down for that. I must say, I am down for that. And while you hee ha ha, laughing for pea soup in the comments, I'm rejoicing because now, instead of sitting here waiting for 30, 40 minutes, we can play our PS5 game. We can just look at it and play it. There's no more streaming, no more waiting, no more none of that. Just play, just play, just play. Just play. It's time to play. Hence the slogan. Some of y'all sleeping. Y'all need to wake up and smell like coffee. It's time to play. It's in the company's slogan. It's in the PlayStation slogan. It's time to play. Now you see why it's time to play. Because Sony will be offering 3 different options of playing. I'm gonna repeat it again because y'all laughing for pea soup in the comments. Retail discs, digital downloads, and streaming. It also seems likely that Sony will start offering players the opportunity to stream a brand new game instead of waiting for a long digital download or going out to buy a retail disc. So you don't have to. You can sit on your gold chair at your crib. You could turn on your PS5. I wouldn't be surprised if PS5 got some type of Siri technology built in. PS5, turn on. Or PS5 on. PS5, play Spider-Man 2. Playing Spider-Man 2 right now. Welcome, Marlon. How you doing? Doing great. Now play the doggone game. I'm just saying, y'all. It would just make sense. You know, it just would make sense to kind of cut off that waiting period so you can actually dive right into the experience that you're waiting for. Just saying. Right away. Just you get right back into the experience right away. And I think that's where a lot of people actually really want that type of stuff, right? They want that type of luxury. Now, listen to this. This would theoretically allow you to play a game almost instantly after purchasing it. So you can buy the game and then you can start playing right away. Or you can start streaming the game and then buy the game after. Like, this is crazy. Like, wow. Like, what? Sony? Sony's for the gamers, man. They're for the gamers. Now, check this out. So you'll be able to play the game almost instantly after purchasing it, similar to Google Stadia, and how you can hop into the game right after you buy it. This seemed to be a long-term plan for Sony, so we might not see it at launch. So it seems as though this is sort of like a developing thing, like we're actually developing into this set program or this set thing here that Sony is trying. It's sort of like a blueprint, like a roadmap of where they're trying to be, because it seems as though like this whole thing is probably in its infancy, which I do expect that they might talk about this when they do the teardown for the system, and then we see the UI and the new PlayStation Store and what we're able to do. They might talk about it, but make no mistake that the PS5, when it comes to streaming games, is going to be way better than Google Stadia. It's going to be a much more seamless transition when it comes to streaming games and such. So that's what I'm expecting. Play has no limits. It's right there in the slogan. It's time to play. It's right there in the slogan. There's no limits to what you can play. It's right there. These companies be giving away hints, but people don't really necessarily pay attention to it. So appreciate you guys, man. My throat is getting so freaking dry. I think I worked my butt off for you guys today. I think I put on a show for you guys today. This is a 2-hour and almost 50-minute show. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Your boy throat is dry. I hope I did a great job tonight. I hope I entertain you guys, make you guys laugh. And if I did that, cheers. Hit that like button. I really do appreciate you guys, man. Love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be easy. And we'll be back. I gotta get me some fluid to keep your boy's throat lubricated. Love y'all, man. Be blessed. Let's unite, baby. Let's go, champs. It's time to say goodbye. What? It's already time to say goodbye? All right.